I'm here today at the waterfront with Will from Mystery Guests.
Hi.
So first off, I'm going to say congratulations on your fantastic album, Curve of the Earth.
Thank you very much.
Are you guys, or are you happy with the reaction that people have had to the album since you've released it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's been received as well as, if not better than any of our previous albums, particularly by the press. We went away for a long time to make this album. I think we were determined to do something that we considered to be good. So the fact it's been received like it has is really pleasing to all of us, hugely.
Yeah. You've actually kind of created your own studio. So what effect did that have on the songwriting process?
A really good effect. I think when you make your own environment, you can make it on your terms with your set of rules and ideals about how you think a studio should be, and that's what we did, and it meant that we could work all day and all night with no one stopping us. Recording studios in London and anywhere really are quite expensive to be in, so you always feel the sense of time constraints and pressure from the clock, and I don't think that's very good for creativity.
And obviously one thing that a lot of fans will have noticed is that between this album and your last album, Rat Bands, which you released in 2012, there's obviously been a massive shift in style. What were the influences on that style change?
I think the main reason why we made an album like Curve of the Earth, well, one of the main reasons is because we needed to. I think maybe previously there'd been a sense of, oh, I'm really into this at the moment, let's do something like that, or feeling quite inspired by Aztec Camera and ABC and stuff from the 80s. Whereas I think with Curve of the Earth it was more out of necessity that we needed to change direction and not so much emulate our heroes, but really try and find our own feet and make an album that's revealing about who we are and what we've gone through. I think we felt that there's no way we could ever make Raglands Part 2. That just wasn't going to happen. You know, we went to Texas and we did that. And I don't think we wanted that. I don't think anyone else would really want that. So on Curve, it was just a matter of kind of going off into the wilderness, really, and being lost for a long time and not really knowing what we were doing, but sort of having vague ideas of where we were heading to. I think we just felt like, let's just be us. Let's see if we can do that.
One thing I've certainly noticed from listening to the album is how kind of deep and honest the lyrics are in some of the songs. So in particular, I'm thinking of Taken by the Tide. Would it be right to say there's kind of lots of personal experiences involved in the writing of the songs?
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the main threads that runs through the album. Everything on that album is true. Something significant that happened to one of us that then sort of became a little seed of an idea and then grew and grew into a song. And I'd say that observation that you've made is probably one of the key differences between Curve of the Earth and all the other albums we've done. The only way we were going to survive was by doing something that was as much us as possible, and the only way you can do that is write about your own life.
At the beginning of last month, it was the 10-year anniversary.
That's right, yeah.
Your first album. Was there anything special that you did to celebrate that day?
It sounds a bit lame now that I'm saying it, but we made a kind of Spotify playlist of B-sides and remixes and rarities from that era. It being a 10-year thing is quite symbolic, I suppose. It's a whole decade. We're old men in terms of rock and roll years.
Do you feel that kind of sense of age, I guess, now, or do you still feel just as youthful as you did back then in some ways?
No, definitely not. I feel like more eager to be involved in music and to be more sort of up for being a musician in this day and age right now than I ever have before. And I think we all feel like that. We don't really behave like spring chickens anymore. I mean, we don't bounce back after 3 days of partying like perhaps we might have done a few years ago. But that's not, that's not everything. That's not really very important. I mean, the main thing is enjoying the music.
Is there anyone at the moment that you're listening to that you recommend?
There's a great band from London called Puma Rosa who are incredible.
Would you come to me so naturally, like a fox into the night?
They're making their debut album with Dan Carey, who produced Radlands with us. Tonight we've got a band called Big Moon, who are main support, who are excellent. They've got this wonderful sort of skewed pop sensibility.
Now I've got no good reason to stay. I know I'm not the same.
And then there's a guy from Iowa called Max Jury who's opening up the night, and he plays piano and sings.
Girl, don't look at me with those Christian eyes.
Yeah, thank you very much for
Pleasure.
doing this, and I'm looking forward to the gig tonight.
Thank you, thanks for coming. I hope you like it.